A ver, muchachos. Estamos viendo Go Verbs Part 1. Hoy es lunes, por supuesto. Es el 14 de diciembre. Solo 10 días hasta la Navidad. ¿Qué tiempo hace? Pues aquí está lloviendo. Hace fresco, no frío, pero hace fresco. ¿Qué hora es? Para mí son las 8:20. Muy bien. El primer asunto. All right, your first task. La primera tarea. Again, the day, the date, the weather, the time. ¿Por qué son las? Because it wasn't what time is the party tonight or what time is the football game on Friday, or Saturday or Sunday, whenever it is. ¿Qué hora es? Is what time is it right now? All right. ¿Qué hora es? En la primera hora, ahora son las 8:20, right? And we remember for 1 o'clock, we would say es la una y whatever. Está lloviendo. Why? It's raining right now. I guess it's let up. No importa. We look at the structures. We think about how to answer those questions. Día, day of the week. Fecha, the calendar date. Que tiempo hace. Tiempo, if you look up that word, it might say time. And it uses the verb hacer. That's a go verb. All right. But it's asking about weather. Lloviendo, meaning it's raining right now. And then hace fresco, it's making some coolness. All right. Son las 8:20. Again, just a little bit of a review I like to throw there. So we're looking at the go verbs. ¿Qué significa? Go verbs are named so because in the yo conjugation, they end with an irregular go ending instead of just o. Like yo tengo, all right? Where does that G come from? Yo hago, where does that G come from? Many go verbs have some other quirks too. So we're going to look at some regular and irregular go verbs. I lament the fact I could have put hacer on here too, and we will conjugate hacer, but I think you're pretty familiar with that one. So you already know tener, to have. Yo tengo is the yo form. There's the go that we see. Yo tengo mucha tarea. Yo tengo que estudiar. Yo tengo 6 clases cada día. Yo tengo los tenedores. All right, so talking about possession mostly, and sometimes feelings like yo tengo hambre, yo tengo sed. All right, so that's the yo form. That's why we call these go verbs. Traer means to bring. We were using this with the waiter or server, the waitress, la mesera. Me trae más servilletas, por favor. All right, so that's the usted form, but we're looking at the yo form right now. Yo traigo, I bring. So we see that spelling change. T-R-A-I-G-O, traigo. All right, so that letter I that's in the yo form as well. Salir. What a wonderful verb. This means to go out. It could also mean to leave. Yo salgo con mis amigos. Yo salgo solo. All right, necesito salir. I need to leave. All right, pero me gusta salir. I like to go out. And then finally, venir, to come. And that is a brand new verb as well. Kind of the opposite of salir. Yo vengo. All right. So, tengo, traigo, salgo, vengo, and hago, of course. So this is an activity about color coordinating these verbs. Is the subject coming, venir, change it to orange. Leaving or going out, change it to green. Having, change it to blue. Bringing, change it to magenta. So change the highlighted verbs to the appropriate color All right, so use orange for venir, green for salir, blue for tener, and magenta for traer. I'm going to go ahead and do one or two with you. Yo traigo unas pizzas a la fiesta. Is it venir, salir, traer? Skip tener. Tener o traer.
Traer.
Excelente, sí. Yo traigo unas pizzas a la fiesta. I bring some pizzas to the party. En la B, ¿no tienes hambre? Yo sí.
Tener.
Excelente. Tener. Tú tienes razón. Correcto. So we make that one baby blue. All right. So what you need to do right now is continue going through this document, reading these items, and simply change the color. You see, there are quite a few. And then we will go to conjugation and notes, and I will take you through those together. So go ahead and spend the next 5 minutes. I will meet you back here in 5 minutes' time. So you can just, I'm going to stop the screen share so you can do this, and in 5 minutes I will continue it. All right, so just work on this section right now para 5 minutos. Okay, muchachos, 5 minutes hence, and we're looking at my screen, looking at your screen. Oh, I made a mistake. Ay, ay, ay. Let's fix that one. Traer magenta, magenta. Yo traigo unas pizzas. ¿No tienes hambre? Los estudiantes salen de la escuela, so they leave from school. All right, so there's definitely some preposition use here. A, going to a place, and then de, leaving from a place. So if yo salgo a la fiesta, I'm going to the party. Yo salgo de la fiesta, I'm leaving from the party. All right, so the prepositions are huge here. Traer, ¿qué traes? A la recepción. ¿Tienes tus abuelos una casa en las montañas? Right, so just possession. F, mis amigos vienen a mi casa. Espero que no traigan el corona. They don't bring any corona. All right. La G, yo vengo temprano. I come early. Mesero, me trae un tenedor. So there's traer in that context we've been using already. Yo salgo con mis amigos. ¿A qué hora salen ustedes? So that's probably going out, but we leave to go out, right? Tenemos. ¿Qué traen ustedes? So I put these together in like a little, sí, tenemos los platos y los tenedores para la cena. That's dinner. ¿Qué traen ustedes? What are you going to bring? Traemos las servilletas y los vasos. All right, then we see venir. ¿Siempre vienes a la clase de español? Nadie viene a clase los sábados. Nadie means nobody. And that's the learning target we are not going to get to. It's called affirmative and negative words, like somebody, nobody, sometimes, never. We'll do that in January. ¿Te gusta salir con tus amigos? All right, so we're looking at the conjugations here. Venir rhymes with tener mostly, all right? Yo vengo, tú vienes. Él, ella, usted viene. Y aquí, ellos, ellas, ustedes vienen. So venir to come, totally rhyme. Tengo, vengo. Tienes, vienes. Tiene, viene. Except nosotros y vosotros. Why would that be? Because tenemos Venir is an ER verb. Venimos. Venir is an IR verb. And then venís. So, on your document, please copy the conjugation of venir. And you're going to see the notes are going to be very similar. You see that a means to. Yo vengo a la clase, whereas de equals from. We can use the verb venir to say what someone is coming to, or where someone's coming to, or where someone is coming from. The same verb, but these prepositions are huge when we're talking about movement. ¿A dónde vas? ¿De dónde vienes? I would imagine a test question like this. ¿A qué hora vienes a la escuela? Now, of course, right now nobody's coming to school. So just like with our en la escuela y después de clases unit, you have to imagine that some of this happens pre and post COVID, right? So keep that in the imagination, por favor. There we go. All right, now I am screencasting this, so if I'm going too fast, if you miss something here, you can always go back and check the video. Ahora, the opposite here, the verb salir, also an IR verb. So, o es, imos, is, en, but the yo form is a go verb. Entonces yo salgo, pero tú sales, él, ella y usted sale. Nosotros y nosotras salimos. Vosotros y vosotras en España salís. Y aquí salen. Now, if we look at the verb salir with prepositions, a means to. So I'm going out, I'm going to. We can see that usually this means we're going out when we're going out to someplace. De, again, meaning from. So I'm going out to the movies with my friends. Salgo de la casa. I'm leaving home at 8:10. So salgo de la casa is leaving from a place, going out to a place, leaving from a place. Test question could be something like, What time do you leave class? Also, a little bit of fun here in the Spanish-speaking world. Something that is very important sometimes to recognize. La salida equals exit. So you will see this en el cine o en la escuela. Looking for emergency exits, it'll say salida, and that is derivative of the verb salir, to go out or to leave. All right? If you need to leave, you need to get out, you need to exit la salida. All right, or it might just say salida on a sign for exit. Okay, sigamos. I know this is a lot of verbs, chicos, but this is good. We're just going to grind this out today. This is also going to help us get to our test on Thursday. Oh, the verb tener. We know the verb tener. You can conjugate this con los ojos cerrados. Maybe this form. Tenéis. Luego tienen. So what about the notes for this one? All right. Ooh. Un error. Tener is used for possession. All right, tener is used for obligation. And that is a verb formula that we will get to later on in the year. Tener plus que plus infinitive. And then we remember some conditions that use tener. Yo tengo hambre, yo tengo sed, yo tengo frío, yo tengo sueño. So rather irregular. This is a like venir. I'll review this tomorrow. Tener and venir, they're shoe verbs. They're not quite boots. They don't go up high enough the ankle. But tengo, vengo, tienes, vienes, tiene, viene, tenemos, venimos, tienen, vienen also has a stem change, right? So tener and venir are E to IE stem changing verbs. Again, we'll get to that later. You don't need to worry about that right now. Just so you, and you know tener. We know this conjugation. You've been using this for quite some time. So possession, also, I guess with family members, yo tengo dos hijos, yo tengo dos hermanos, yo tengo muchos primos, yo tengo un gato y dos perros, right? Obligations, tener plus que, plus infinitive, and then some conditions, like I said, hambre, sed, calor, frío, sueño. Those are the 5 you need to know. All right, so maybe well, those are definitely going to be on this test. We will review those. All right, again, if I'm going too quickly, you can go back to the, just jumping like that, you can go back to the screencast. All right, here's a new one. Traer. We're going to play with this one tomorrow with our game. Yo vengo a la fiesta y yo traigo. Traigo, notice the spelling change here. Yo traigo. So not only is it a go verb, it also has a spelling change in the yo form. Que horror. The rest of them, though, are totally regular, even though it might not seem regular because we're not used to seeing the 2 vowels next to each other like that. And there's our trae. ¿Usted me trae un tenedor, por favor? Same with nosotros. Traemos. It's a regular, aside for the yo form, it is a regular ER verb. In Spain, vosotros traes. Y luego aquí, traen. Not really any notes for this, but question for a test might be, ¿qué traes a una fiesta? Yo traigo los vasos y los refrescos. So something like this. ¿Qué traes? Recognizing traer, to bring. All right, what do you bring to a party? All right, so yo traigo, how we answer that question. Como decía, muy simple traer, pero una excepción es la yo traigo. All right, again, the yo form, which you're going to use, yo traigo, and then with the spelling change. 2 spelling changes. All right, finally, I'm going to put hacer in there just because it is a go verb. Yo hago, pero tú haces. Right? Haces la tarea. Él, ella, usted, o hace frío. But like traer, totally regular everywhere except the yo form. Right? So o es a, hemos es en, except it's go. Instead of ako, it's ago. All right, so just this little bit of spelling change in the yo forms. What do we know about hacer? Hacer la tarea. All right, homework. Hacer ejercicio. Exercise. Hacer plus calor, frío, viento. Now we also use hacer to describe the weather. And then just to do in general, like ¿Qué te gusta hacer? O ¿qué vas a hacer este fin de semana? Now, because these verbs have the irregular yo forms, you can expect to have to use those or at least identify those irregular yo forms on this exam. We'll practice with them tomorrow, and it'll appear as a series of questions between tú y yo. ¿Qué haces? ¿Qué traes? ¿A qué hora vienes? ¿Sales? All right. So questions about you, and then you would answer those with the yo form. Yo tengo, yo hago, yo salgo, yo vengo. All right, all these go verbs. Yo traigo los refrescos. All right, so we're going to try to begin class tomorrow with a game. All right, this is a speaking game, and you're going to try to get into a party. Vienes a una fiesta. ¿Qué vas a traer? All right, you're coming to a party. What are you going to bring? Bringing the correct item or items in Espanol will determine whether or not you can enter the party. You may try as many times as you want for conversation points. Bonus if you get in. If you figure it out, don't give away the secret. You can keep racking up points with correct guesses. So there are, everybody can get in and bring multiple things to my little party, and I will also play. So you'll hear what I'm going to bring to the party. And here's your script. You would say, yo vengo a la fiesta y yo traigo. All right, I'm coming to the party and I'm bringing los platos. Or something, right? So you're going to be bringing something in Spanish. Actually, any Spanish word is a possibility. All right. Could be a person, could be an item, could be a food to share, could be anything. All right. So the secret to the game is figuring out what items you can bring. And you have to listen to each other. All right. So it'll be a little different at the beginning of class today. Mucha conversación, a lot of talking for this. All right, so again, I'm going to post this screencast video. If you need to go back and finish these notes at all, it will be in your stream. And as soon as my YouTube version is ready, I will put it on my YouTube channel. Hit like and subscribe.